morning, all of you. Hopefully, you are fine. I'm here for your English lesson. Today's English lesson is divided into two chunks. First, we will do a quick recap of the story by looking at the illustrations. Do you know what are illustrations? I told you, remember? Yes, you are right. Illustrations are the pictures in the story. Then, we will do the written work. So let's start the lesson. All of you are going to read the learning objectives with me loudly. Can I summarize the story using illustrations? Can I sequence the events in the story appropriately? Can I write a reason for the happening of important events in the story? Let's have a quick recap of the story using illustrations. Dear students, look at the picture on page number 1. What is going on here? Yes, you are right. The children are going on a school trip with their favorite teacher, Mrs. May. Oh my God! Biff has dropped delicious sandwiches and some apples on the floor by mistake. Anyway, everyone is so excited. They sat in the bus gladly. Mrs. May is giving them instructions not to push and not to shout. Look, the children are sitting with their best friends. And a man is helping them in setting the luggage. Again, the eatables are dropping down. Okay, look at the next illustration. Can you see a cafe at the back? What are the children doing here? Yes, the bus stopped in the way so that they can have a rest and they can roam around. So some children climbed out of the bus and some went to the toilet. Here the driver is waiting for all the children and Mrs. May to come back. Mrs. May is instructing the children not to go too near the water as she was afraid. Yes, the children can drown in the water if they are not careful. So that's why Mrs. May is worried for them because she loves the children so much. Okay, come to page number 6. What is happening here? Wilf kicked a stone and his shoe came off. And you can see that the shoe landed in the water with a big splash. Biff is so worried. Biff is so loving. She gets worried for everyone. Now she is worried what Wilf is going to do without the shoe. Let's see. Here Mrs. May is annoyed with Wilf because Wilf couldn't get his shoe back. Now what Wilf is going to do? Look at his thumb. It's coming out of the socks. It looks so funny. And now he's going to walk without the shoe, barefooted. Come to the illustration on page number 8. It started raining when they get to the zoo. So the children climbed out of the bus and Mrs. May went to buy the tickets. Mrs. May is buying the tickets and you can see that it is written zoo there. And what is behind the zoo? Yes, there is a house for reptiles. Okay, come to page number 10. It started raining heavily. You can see that all the animals are fed up and the children are fed up too. So Mrs. May is again instructing the children not to get wet. I think they'll go back now in the bus because it is raining. Unfortunately, The rain didn't stop. Now you can see that they are moving back. They are going to sit back in the bus. Nadeem gave a brilliant idea to Mrs. May. And he said, "Can we go to the museum?" And Mrs. May appreciated his idea and said, "Wow, you have given a brilliant idea." So all of them went to the museum as it started raining in the zoo. Can you tell me what is a museum? Yes, a museum is an institution that cares for a collection of artifacts and other objects of artistic, cultural, historical, or scientific importance. So you can see that many public museums exhibits these items available for public viewing. Have you ever been to a museum? Okay. Now, come to the illustration on page number 12. So they are so happy when they are in the museum. You can look from their expressions. Yes, they are smiling. And what happened when they went to the museum? They were anxious to see the dinosaurs. So Nadeem said that he likes dinosaurs a lot. So what happened? They began to start running towards the dinosaurs. Why they started running towards the dinosaurs? Yes, they started running because they were anxious or curious to see the dinosaurs. Are you people curious to see a dinosaurs? The dinosaurs, they don't exist nowadays. They used to be dinosaurs in the old times. So in the museum, you can see only the skeleton of the dinosaurs. It's not a real one. So Mrs. May instructed the children not to run, as the dinosaur is not going to run away because it is not a real one. It's just the skeleton. Dear students, look at the dinosaur. Oh my God, it's gigantic. Can you see it has a long neck and a long tail too? So they were looking at the dinosaur. Who is crying? Look at the illustration. He's so afraid. Yes. Okay, Biff had her camera and she's going to take the picture of the big dinosaur. Now they are sitting in the media room and a lady is telling them about the dinosaurs. She told the children that this dinosaur is an Apatosaurus. You know, students, that in the museums there are shops too. So now the children went to the shop and Wilf got a book about dinosaurs as he was fond of reading books, whereas Nadeem got a model to make. It was an Apatosaurus. You can see from the picture, there is a book of dinosaurs. And they are so happy, and Chip said that they can come to his house and they are going to make the model together. Now it was time to go back to their homes. So the children, they are going to sit back in the bus. Everyone thanked Mrs. May for her good company. Look, Biff has dropped again. Oh my God, she's so careless, isn't she? Okay, you can see illustration on page number 21. They are very happy to see their parents and now they are back. Nadeem gave a very good idea to Mrs. May again that are we going to draw a dinosaurs tomorrow in school, and Mrs. May said, yes, it's a very good idea, Nadeem. Remember, you also write about the trips when you come back from the school trip and you draw the things which you saw on the trip. Just like that, the children are also going to draw dinosaurs in their notebooks. So you can see from the illustration that Nadeem and Wilf went home with Biff and Chip, and now they are sitting in Chip's room. Why are they sitting in Chip's room? Yes, because they are going to make the model of the dinosaurs together. Do you remember? They bought the model from the museum shop. You can see the pieces of the model of the dinosaurs in the box. Now they are going to join all these pieces to make the dinosaurs. Isn't it interesting? Do you also like to make the models? Yes, it's very interesting. Okay. You can also see that the magic key is glowing. Yes, and Biff is pointing towards the magic key, and she was worried that it started glowing. So Biff ran to the box and picked it up. Now you know what will happen next? Yes, all of them will go for a magic adventure. Oh, look at Will's foot. Still he is wearing the shopper on his foot. Remember, his shoe landed in the water? Now, is he going for the magic adventure like this with the shopper on his foot? Will he be able to get time to wear the shoe? Let's see. Now look at the last illustration. Why the children are happy? Yes, the key started glowing and now they are going for the magic adventure. Oh wow, they'll enjoy a lot. Now it's time for an intro starter activity, which is oral. Intro starter activity is about sequencing. Remember, we have done sequencing in the class so many times. Let's start. Sequence the given events in the story correctly using time words. So I've given you the time words, and the time words are first, then, after that, next, at once, soon, suddenly, after a while, finally. So you are going to use these time words and you are going to write these events appropriately as they have appeared in the story. So let's come to the events. The shoe landed in the water. The bus set off and the children started shouting. Biff took a photograph of the dinosaur. Wilf got a book about dinosaurs and Nadine got a model to make. It started raining when they got to the zoo. The children sat in the bus. Wilf kicked a stone and his shoe came off. They went to the museum. The bus stopped in the way. Now, start arranging these events orally in your minds and tell me the answer. Let's see how well you have done. First, the children sat in the bus. Then, the bus set off and the children started shouting. After that, the bus stopped in the way. Next, Wilf kicked a stone and his shoe came off. At once, the shoe landed in the water. Suddenly, it started raining when they got to the zoo. Soon they went to the museum. After a while, Biff took a photograph of the dinosaur. Finally, Wilf got a book about dinosaurs and Nadine got a model to make. So if your answers are correct, all the answers, then you are going to clap for yourselves. Very good. Now dear students, it's time for the written work of ORT Reader The Outing. So for that you are going to bring your literature notebooks and your readers should be in front of you. It should be the outing. So open up your reader and your literature notebooks as well. Dear students, now you are going to prepare the page like this. Look at the slide. Remember you used to prepare the page in the school as well. Just like that you are going to write day, classwork in the middle, and date. Do you remember what you are going to write after that? Yes, you are right. My students are very intelligent. So after that, you are going to write the learning objective. So what is the learning objective for this work? Can I write a reason for the important event in the story? After that, you are going to write this. You can see from the slide. Answer these questions. Remember to use capital letter in the beginning and full stop at the end. So when you are going to answer all these questions, you should remember punctuation, right? You have to use capital letter and full stop at the end of every sentence. Now come to question 1. Complete these sentences by writing a reason for the given important events in the story. So, 3 important events from the story are given to you people, and what you are going to do, you are going to complete this event correctly. So, recall the story in your mind and then write what is the reason for a bus came to school because. Why it came to school? You have to write a reason for it. Come to number 2. They went to the museum because. Do you remember why they went to the museum? Yes, you are going to write it after because. Come to number 3. They began to run towards the dinosaurs because. Remember, the children started running towards the dinosaurs. And what were the instructions from Mrs. May to them? Yes, you are right. Mrs. May instructed them not to run as the dinosaurs are not going to run away because it was the skeleton of the dinosaur, right? Okay, now come to question number 2. You are going to leave one line and then you are going to write question number 2. What did Wilf and Nadeem buy from the shop in the museum? Remember, Wilf and Nadeem, they bought something from the museum shop? What was that? So you are going to write the answer. Come to the last question, question number 3. Find 3 verbs from the story and use these in sentences. So you are going to find 3 action words or verbs from the story and then you are going to make sentences. You will not copy the sentences from anywhere. You are going to write your own sentences. So sharpen your pencils and start writing the answers. I'm waiting for your answers. Take your time. So have you done? Oh, that's very good. You have done all of these? Okay, now you are going to check your answers with the answer key. Look at the answer key. Question number 1 was complete these sentences by writing a reason for the given important events in the story. So let's have a look at the answer. A bus came to school because the children were going on a school trip with Mrs. May. Number 2 answer. They went to the museum because it started raining and the children were fed up. Number 3. They began to run towards the dinosaurs because they were curious to see it. If all the answers are correct, clap for yourselves. Now come to question number 2. What did Wilf and Nadeem buy from the shop in the museum? Have a look at the answer. Wilf bought a book about dinosaurs, whereas Nadeem bought a model to make. Come to question number 3 answer. Find 3 verbs from the story and use these in sentences. So I have written some verbs here, but you can choose any verb of your choice and then you can make sentences. The verbs which I have written here are climbed, pushed, shouted, went, told, make, picked. So it is not necessary that you are going to write the same verbs that I have written here. You can write any verb from anywhere from the story, and then you are going to make sentences, right, of those verbs, and try to make meaningful sentences, right? Meaningful means it should have a meaning in it and it is a complete sentence. And try to use helping words with the sentences, right? The sentences which are meaningful, I'll give a big star, a golden star on that work. So now, all of you have done? Okay, so that's the end of the lesson. I hope that you have understood the lesson. So goodbye till the next lesson and have a blessed day.